Hi, living in Boulder, vlog March 26, 2028, 28 a.m. Thursday. Um, I, I just got up from sleeping. I can't remember what my sleep schedule is because I think I'm sleeping in two spurts. Like I'm not sleeping at one time in the day. I sleep at like, instead of one time 8 hours a day, I do like 4 hours twice a day or something like that. But I don't remember when those sleep schedules are, which is great. I just work when I work. It's fun. Um, Sometimes I get bummed that I'm not like living a life that people would consider to be, the good life. Like my roommate likes to give me shit all the time. You're not accomplishing anything. You're not giving a good presentation to the world and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I think this is the perfect way for me to live my life in the situation that I am, because I have just enough passive income to survive. So if you have just enough passive income to survive and you happen to have all these ideas to do stuff that the world needs that doesn't exist, then that's what you should be doing. That's the best thing to do, it is just to hunker down. Being a human isn't just about being outside and doing stuff. That's what animals do. Being a human is about using your brain. That's the difference between humans and animals. So the thing that I'm doing now that I started yesterday, I was doing books in the Enlightenment. And then since yesterday, I think since I did the video, I decided to go balls to the wall and do all of the seminal books. All of them, like all of the important ones. So I was doing books. You can see the ones that are on my site right now on my education page with all my books. Doing the Enlightenment. But so yeah, last night I started doing. In the Wikipedia it says the original Enlightenment book was Isaac Newton. His treatise on natural philosophy. But I think he writes some other books. I think Isaac Newton wasn't just a scientist; he was a philosopher. He wrote some history books too, so I'm gonna check those out because I might want to put all of the Isaac Newtons up. Isaac Newton's big time. Plus, I like getting extra thorough with America and English because it's my native language. But I kind of, it was just got really big. It was just I was plopping in the titles for all the different chapters, and it just got really just kept going on and on. I mean, tedious. So I decided to bail on that. Go back to it later and get going on Capital because yesterday I decided all these books that I really needed to do, and so I created a file in my bookmarks, a folder in my bookmarks, and then I added these different pages on the internet that I found that I want to do, and as soon as I'm done with one, I just delete it off that, and until there's nothing left in that folder. But so I'm just popping those out. So then I got started on Karl Marx's Capital. I want to do that one because that's an important book. I'm going to do his Communist Manifesto too, but the Karl Marx Capital is big, and I was working on this one, and I got to sleep because I couldn't keep my eye open more, basically, and then just get to sleep. That's basically how I sleep. How I decide when to go to sleep. Yesterday, my roommate gave me a joint, so I smoked it. As long as I smoke like once a week, I think I'll be all right. I don't think I'm gonna get the coronavirus. If I get the coronavirus in the state that I am at now, probably won't make it. I'm not unhealthy. It's just that I have messed up lungs from too much smoking and not enough exercise in my life. And natural power. I moved to Boulder when I was 6, and I had really bad asthma for like the first 6 months I was here, and then it just went away. But I remember it was really bad. I had these inhalers and stuff. But I got up this morning and I started working on. I blocked in the all of the chapter titles of book 3 of Karl Marx from another website, and but then that website didn't. Well, it had the book 2, but then I didn't have the book 2 from this other website. I wanted to make it consistent, so since I started on the other one, I'm just going to figure out where I was. I couldn't figure out where I was. So I'm going to get going and figure out where I was on that and just finish the book. Maybe I could finish Newton and Karl Marx today. Or I might get bored and just move along. There's another book I really want to get started with, Thomas Aquinas, Summa Theologica. He lived in, I think, the 700s. He's Italian. Kind of sounds like a English name. But he wrote a really big book, and so I'm going to put that on. That's an important book. And then there's a lot of Francis Bacon. So yeah, there's a lot. So anyways, to plop in all these books, I think. I mean, it's worth at least 2 weeks for me. That's kind of how I think. I look at books and I go, what's it worth to me in terms of time? Like, what would I happily throw down right away just to have it? I don't think in terms of money. I think in terms of time. And so when I'm talking about all the extra essential books from the Enlightenment and the 1800s to all those books together, I would say, oh yeah, 2 weeks for sure is worth it to me. And then I go into the other one and I go, well, how long do you think it'll take? First I do what's it worth, and then after I do the what's it worth, I think I go to the how long do you realistically think it'll take. And yeah, every time, I mean, realistically think is always smaller than worth. So I think I can get them all up there within 2 weeks. And if it takes a little bit longer, it's like, fuck it. I think it's worth that too. So, because once it's up, it's up. And I feel like I understand it at a new level when it's on my website. Because I think in the rainbow crystal. So I think it's so I'm just plopping those suckers on. But once I'm done, I think I want to go and finish the files that I have, the LibriVox on my computer, and then finish the Free Outer History book section, because I've been trying to do that for a while. But once I'm done with that, and that'll be probably another week, but once I'm done with that, I can finally get going on linking them together. And that's going to be interesting because the pace might be really good. And, as I'm doing it, I'm learning like I've never learned before, when they're referencing each other. And if I can link them at a good pace, like a couple books a day or whatever, a book a day, my God. Hell, I mean, that alone is worth 6 months at least. So then how long will it take? Less than 6 months. I could do it in like a month, it seems like. So yeah, I'm definitely going to look forward to that. So, so by tomorrow, yeah, hopefully I'll have Capital and Newton done, or at least Capital and Newton farther along, with Summa Theologica far along. Yeah. So we'll see. Alrighty, talk to you tomorrow. I'm enjoying this whole quarantine stuff. Just hanging out in my room, not talking to my roommate. I only go out there when he's out there. Yeah, we keeping to ourselves. I was going to ride my bike with my mom, but then I decided not to. I don't want to contact her under any circumstances. Maybe I have it. I don't know it. I don't know. Anyways, it sure is nice to have a reason to be here. If the coronavirus wasn't going on, I'd be out there training again for sure. But if they put everything off, maybe I'll just take the whole year off. We'll see. If they bring the triathlons back, I'll have to do them, and then that's when I'll start training. But yeah, looking forward to getting all these books done. Alrighty, talk to you tomorrow.